Messi! Messi!
Gonna heave one is a trick, and Pat Garrity
Hi ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jacob Rudner here alongside Noah Cameras and Ariel Putterman, and welcome back to dTSPN. We want to give a huge thank you to our veterans, both past and present. What you guys do for this country, the sacrifice you make is unparalleled, and we really do appreciate what you guys do for this country. Next, we want to give a congratulations to our new president here in the United States, President Donald J. Trump. Congratulations on the win. We look forward to seeing what you can do. Next, we have another congratulations. This one goes to the Chicago Cubs, winning your first World Series in 108 years. It was awesome to watch it, history unfold on your TV screen, or for those of you that were there, that must have been an awesome experience. I'm going to go around. We're just going to give our top moments from the World Series and something that we're going to remember forever. What are you going to remember from this one?
For me, it was that last play. Obviously, it was a great play because they won it on, but Chris Bryant was smiling as he threw it to first base when he picked up the grounder. Anthony Rizzo, he makes the catch up first base. He gets the out, he jumps up, and he puts the ball in his pocket. There was the whole moment of everyone being so happy. I just love that moment.
What's your moment?
Mine has to be Rajai Davis' two-run home run to tie it in one of the last innings. I think that was one of the most clutch moments I've ever seen. It brought everyone to their feet, and I think it was such an amazing moment, even though they lost.
And for me, it's got to be David Ross. I know that's not really a moment, but just him as a person throughout this series was awesome. That home run, him jumping over the rail after the last out, and just being able to go out calling himself a champion in his final game of his career. I think that was awesome. That's my moment. Moving on, we have our first segment of the day, and like every single week, it's going to be our fantasy section. For those of you who don't watch dTSPN regularly, basically what this is we are going to give you guys some fantasy advice to help your fantasy football teams at home, and this is some stuff you might not be able to get anywhere else. Our first segment is going to be a fantasy question. If you want to hear your question on the air, either send it in through the comments below, or send it in through Twitter at dTSPN2015 or on Instagram at dTSPN. This question is from Jonathan Silver from Los Angeles, and he asked us, does he start Delaney Walker this week or Gary Barnidge? Who should he go with?
I'm going to say Delaney Walker. Now, Gary Barnidge, he's playing Thursday night against the Ravens, so he has to come off the short week. And Delaney Walker is playing Green Bay. It's going to be a big offensive game. Delaney Walker has a touchdown in 2 of his last 3 games, and I expect Mariota to really feed him.
Moving on, we have buy or sell. Basically what that is, these are some guys that we think are either keepers or guys that you should get rid of and get some good valuable players for them. Our first guy is going to be Dez Bryant on the Cowboys. He's had some good seasons in the past. This year's been a little bit of a different story. Should people buy or sell?
I think you should buy him right now because he didn't have a good week last week. So I think that people aren't looking so high of him right now. So I think he's going to be easy to trade for, and he's going to be good the rest of the season. So definitely buy him right now.
Next, we got Devontae Booker. Murky Broncos backfield. C.J. Anderson likely out for the season. Is Devontae Booker a buy or sell?
I think you got to sell high on him right now. Hopefully, people still want him, even though Bibbs has been really good out of the second stringer for the backfield. But Devontae Booker, you can say he's still the starter. Try to get a more consistent piece that you can use for your playoff run instead of Devontae Booker, who might lose his job soon.
So here comes a pretty big surprise. We got Brandon Marshall. Either a buy or a sell.
He's a sell right now. He has no quarterback to throw to. Fitzpatrick struggled mightily this year. And with Geno Smith out for the season, he has no one to throw to. So I think that Brandon Marshall's a good player, but in fantasy points, he's not going to score that high.
And as if that name wasn't big enough and you're not already trading away your first round, we got DeAndre Hopkins. Buy or sell from him?
I'm going to buy on him right now. Now, yes, he's had a pretty rough season. Brock Osweiler has not panned out like the Texans wanted. But DeAndre Hopkins, I think they've learned that they're going to have to throw to him if they want to get big in the end, if they want to get touchdowns. He's a big play type. He has big play potential. I think they're going to start feeding him the ball in the end zone.
Moving on to our next segment, we have our NBA 3 stars of the week. Basically what that is we're going to list for you guys our top 3 players of the week, starting from our third best all the way down to number 1. Who's going to be our third star, our third best player of the week?
Our third best player of the week has to be DeMarcus Cousins. He had back-to-back 30-point games to start the week, and he has asserted himself as the best in the league so far.
Our second best player is who and why?
Our second NBA star, we have Chris Paul of the Los Angeles Clippers. He's been a steal machine. He got 6 steals in back-to-back games, and he's really leading this Clippers team to near the top of the power rankings.
And finally, this guy has come in here undisputed for our number 1 star of the week. If you guys watch basketball, you already know who it is. James Harden has been an absolute monster this week, averaging around 30 points and around 12 or 13 assists a game. That's absolutely unbelievable. James Harden has been a beast, both at the point guard and at the shooting guard. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of dTSPN. But before we let you guys go, we are going to let you know about the soccer matchups of the week. This Thursday, tune in to Brazil versus Argentina, 2 superstars playing for both teams who are actually teammates on the club level. We got Lionel Messi for Argentina, and we got Neymar on Brazil. Then this Friday, we got USA versus Mexico. Going to be a good one, so make sure to tune into that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much again for watching this week's episode. If you want to hear your fantasy questions on next week's episode, send them in either through YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter. Have a good one. We'll see you later.